Are you facing jail time for a criminal activity, or perhaps a loved one or a friend is facing the possibility of deportation after some criminal convictions? Well, this video is for you. My name is Jorge Molina. I am an immigration attorney based in Dallas, Fort Worth, and serving clients throughout the United States and around the world. And today we're going to be talking about aggravated felonies. So this is the second video in a series of three videos regarding criminal activities and aggravated felonies in the immigration context. So today we're going to just dive into what is an aggravated felony. So an aggravated felony makes a green card holder, a person who has lawful residence in the United States, deportable. And if you're undocumented and you have an aggravated felony, there is very little you can do to remain in the United States. Absent extraordinary circumstances, pretty much if you're going to get killed in your home country, or there's no diplomatic relationships with your home country, or your home country refuses to take you in, most likely you will be removed from the United States. But in the context of aggravated felonies, quite frankly, the best solution to this is just to avoid a conviction and try to avoid either being placed in deportation proceedings or just a finding that you have an aggravated felony. But anyway, what are aggravated felonies? So they do not have to be felonies. Misdemeanors in some occasions, misdemeanors. The difference between felonies and misdemeanors is that felonies usually carry jail time of over 1 year, and misdemeanors usually have less than 1 year. But aggravated felonies are defined in the Immigration and Nationality Act. They include things like murder, rape, illicit controlled substance trafficking, money laundering, child pornography, sexual abuse, failure to appear in court if the underlying offense can carry 5 years or more. And it also includes sort of like catch-all categories that are not very specific. They don't describe a particular crime, but sort of a big definition. So examples are a crime of violence. So a crime of violence usually requires violent force and to be sentenced to jail for 1 year or more for it to be an aggravated felony. Similarly, theft offenses carrying over 1 year. So they're not really defining, well, if you stole something under this value, it would be an aggravated felony, but it's really case specific. In other circumstances, you have illegal taking of some property by fraud or deceit that includes loss of over $10,000. And in those circumstances, if we made a mistake and you're facing some jail time or you're facing trial and you want to see if you're going to have immigration consequences, the best approach is to have your criminal defense attorney and your immigration attorney working together to fashion a plea that would avoid these findings. So, like I was saying, in some circumstances, you can be convicted of a misdemeanor offense and it will still be considered a crime of violence. So, for example, in the state of Texas, if you are convicted of domestic violence, aggravated assault, it is in most circumstances, it is a class A misdemeanor. Now, if that class A misdemeanor conviction has a term of imprisonment, meaning that they sentence a person to 1 year in jail, that is a crime of violence, and therefore it's an aggravated felony, which means that if you're a green card holder, you're deportable. And it also means in many circumstances, absent extraordinary things, you wouldn't be eligible to apply for naturalization, or it wouldn't be advisable for you to do so. So before you plead to something, even if they tell you, well, it's just a misdemeanor or something like that, educate yourself, talk to an attorney. And if you're something other than a U.S. citizen, consult an immigration attorney if you're facing the possibility of being convicted of a crime. Another example are convictions for under state law, they're not convictions under the federal statute where, a good immigration attorney can make a difference. So for example, in the state of Texas, there's certain drug trafficking offenses that are not considered controlled substances under the federal definition. So while you may be charged with drug trafficking for a new synthetic drug, but the federal government hasn't added to the list of controlled substances, it wouldn't count as an aggravated felony. So it really depends on what your conviction is. But if you're in that tough situation, maybe you're facing charges or your loved one got in trouble, and you want to know whether there's going to be a very serious offense or what can you do after you're convicted, call us. We're here to help. If we're not able to help, or if there's no relief available, we're going to tell you right away. If there's something we can do, we'll help. But reach out to us first, or have your loved one call us so we can help. Again, my name is Jorge Molina. We're based in Dallas, Fort Worth. We're serving clients around the world. You can always call us at 469-708-5800. Again, 469-708-5800. Or you can send us an email at info@jmolina.law. Again, info@jmolina.law. Thank you for watching.